We're getting some disturbing new video. These are live images of something we have just learned about from the Associated Press and Reuters. And these fireballs that you're seeing in the near ground are important and chilling. Here's what we've learned. Europe's largest nuclear power plant, the largest one on the continent, is in southern Ukraine. And this moment, it's reportedly being shelled by Russian troops. Now, that's according to the Associated Press. They're quoting the plant's spokesperson. But I've just gotten word that the Ukrainian foreign minister has now confirmed this to NBC News. He says the Russian army is firing from all sides of this nuclear power plant. Now the live stream has come down, but they tell us a fire has broken out on the site. The mayor of a nearby town telling Reuters news agency that the plant is on fire. And these explosions that you're seeing, this has just happened. We got this live stream up about 1 minute ago. We were preparing to tell this breaking news. NBC News is not there, so we couldn't independently verify. So we had it from the Associated Press, we had it from Reuters, and we were waiting for someone from the Ukrainian government before going with it, and now we have it. And just as I began speaking, these flashes of fire started exploding on the screen. Again, what you're looking at is the largest nuclear power plant on the continent of Europe. It's in southern Ukraine, and according to a power plant spokesperson and others, Russians are firing from all sides on it. The fire was in the background earlier. When we first got this live stream up, it was in black and white. We couldn't see much of anything. We weren't even sure if it was worthy to show you because it just looked sort of like a power plant with lights in the background. And then, just as I started speaking, the fire that you're seeing on your screen right now. The nuclear power plant's live stream hadn't been showing much, but now it does. I want to tell you one more thing. Russian forces, of course, have already captured the former Chernobyl plant in northern Ukraine. That's the nuclear containment area there and the site of the largest nuclear disaster in history. There have been widespread concerns that this conflict could move into nuclear areas and cause what could be, potentially, a terrible and horrifying nuclear disaster. Well, now we have it confirmed from people on site, from the plant's manager and others, and from the Ukrainian government, that Russian forces have surrounded the place, are shooting at it from all sides, and we watch this fire in the very center of your screen happen before our eyes. We don't know how many Russian troops are there. We don't know what the defenses are like for the Ukrainians on scene, though we were given word just a few days ago that Ukrainian forces had stationed themselves around all essential nuclear power areas, which obviously makes perfect sense. The reason they lost the Chernobyl containment area so quickly is because forces were coming from the north, out of Belarus, and those Russian forces who had staged themselves in Belarus, which is essentially a puppet state to Vladimir Putin, began moving south. Here's the area. They came down from Belarus. It's actually up to the north of that. See Belarus up to the left there, Nick? You see Belarus up, there you go, on the upper left of your screen, and then you see Kyiv just below that. If you could zoom into that area. See the area where the red arrow is between the word Belarus and Kyiv? That's where the nuclear containment zone of Chernobyl is. So as the forces came over, they immediately overran Chernobyl, overtook it and held it. The reason that, let's go back to the live picture of the one we're talking about now. The reason that was important was because the nuclear site at Chernobyl has enormous historical significance for Ukrainians. Think of when it happened. Ukraine was cleaning it up. The disaster happened in the former Soviet Union. The Soviets botched it completely. They botched the cleanup. They lied about it to the world. Really, an untold number of people died there, and the radiation is still there. But the cleanup was a source of national pride for the nation and for individuals inside Ukraine. Losing it was a real blow. We know that they were working very hard to contain other nuclear areas, and now we're looking at this plant in the southern part of Ukraine, surrounded by Russian troops, being fired upon according to, and now the fire to the right side of your screen seems to be growing. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what I've just learned. Ukrainian foreign minister has just sent this. The Russian, and I'm quoting, the Russian army is firing from all sides upon the largest nuclear power plant in Europe. Fire has already broken out. If it blows up, again, I'm quoting the Ukrainian foreign minister, if it blows up, it will be 10 times larger than Chernobyl. Russians must immediately cease the fire, allow firefighters to establish a security zone. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.